Look, it's day 3, and we still don't know the final numbers from Iowa. News reports are now raising concerns about inconsistencies in the numbers, security flaws in the app, and Trump fans who flooded the phones to disrupt reporting on caucus night. This one's only going to get more and more intriguing. On today's show, though, we're going to take a look at the profiles and courage from the Trump impeachment vote, how Republicans are reacting to the president's impeachment victory, and a new survey pitting the president against his Democratic challengers. You might be surprised at the strongest candidate in the data today. I'm Jamal Simmons. Here's why you should care. All right, we've seen presidents impeached by the House before. We've seen presidents acquitted by the Senate. But we have never seen a senator of the president's own party vote to convict him and have him removed from office. Let's listen to what Senator Romney had to say.
So the verdict is ours to render under our Constitution. The people will judge us for how well and faithfully we fulfill our duty. The grave question the Constitution tasks senators to answer is whether the president committed an act so extreme and egregious that it rises to the level of a high crime and misdemeanor. Yes, he did. The president asked a foreign government to investigate his political rival. The president withheld vital military funds from that government to press it to do so. The president delayed funds for an American ally at war with Russian invaders. The president's purpose was personal and political. Accordingly, the president is guilty of an appalling abuse of public trust. Corrupting an election to keep oneself in office is perhaps the most abusive and destructive violation of one's oath of office that I can imagine.
Despite that vote, President Trump was not convicted by the Senate, and the impeachment was rejected. There was some thought that a few Democrats up for tough elections might vote to convict the president, but that didn't happen either. Senator Doug Jones, Kristen Sinema, and Joe Manchin all stuck with their fellow Democrats and voted to convict the president despite his popularity in their home states. Why should you care about all this? We don't often see profiles in courage. Most politicians do the thing that's best for them politically, not necessarily the thing that's best for the country. And the Democrats, they're risking their seats. But Mitt Romney is risking his very standing with his friends, his colleagues, his entire party. It can be tough to fight a powerful force like the president. It's even tougher to fight your friends. Hats off, Senator Romney. It's a good week for President Trump, starting with the Democratic meltdown in Des Moines, followed by a State of the Union speech in which he rallied his base, and then his impeachment acquittal. Trump knows he's flying high right now, and he's wasted no time letting everybody know. Here's the president this morning at the National Prayer Breakfast.
Weeks ago and again yesterday, courageous Republican politicians and leaders had the wisdom, fortitude, and strength to do what everyone knows was right. I don't like people who use their faith as justification for doing what they know is wrong. Nor do I like people who say, "I pray for you," when they know that that's not so.
A few hours later, he addressed the whole nation at the White House.
And this is really not a news conference. It's not a speech. It's not anything. It's just we're sort of, it's a celebration because we have something that just worked out. I mean, it worked out. We went through hell.
Trump's acquittal didn't just embolden the president. Republican lawmakers celebrated the Senate's decision. Some are even going after Speaker Nancy Pelosi on legal grounds. GOP Congressman Matt Gaetz and Lee Zeldin announced they will be filing charges against Pelosi in the House Ethics Committee, claiming that she, quote, disgraced the House of Representatives, she embarrassed our country, and she destroyed official records, unquote. He was referencing the moment some on the left are calling iconic when Speaker Pelosi ripped the president's speech after a State of the Union address and then ripped it again. For the record, that was a copy, not the actual official record of the speech. Why you should care. The deep divisions in our country were on full display this week. The Democratic caucuses were split without a clear consensus of which direction Democrats will go. President Trump showed the nation he's anything but interested in unifying different factions of the country. And for certain lawmakers, it's not enough to be happy with saving the Trump presidency. They have to go even harder, even challenging Pelosi. This only raises questions about how hard Trump and the Republicans are going to go if the president gets reelected. While all eyes are on the Democratic primary race, that contest is really just a warm-up to the main event, the 2020 presidential election. New data shows the White House hopeful that has the best shot against Donald Trump in the general election? Somebody whose name isn't even on the ballot in New Hampshire, Michael Bloomberg. According to a new Morning Consult poll revealing hypothetical 2020 matchups, the former mayor of New York City beats Trump 47-40, with 13% of the voters who were unsure. The data also had the current Democratic frontrunners beating Trump too. Former Vice President Joe Biden and Senator Bernie Sanders both pulled 46% to Trump's 42. 12% were unsure for each. Senator Elizabeth Warren, she edged out Trump by just 1 point, with 15% of voters undecided. And former mayor of South Bend, Indiana, also was ahead slightly by just 1 point, with 17% of voters undecided about Mayor Pete Buttigieg. Here's why you should care. Democrats could use this data to hype up some voter enthusiasm. They received some hits from the Iowa reporting snafu and the president's impeachment acquittal, and they need a boost. According to a new Hill Harris X daily poll, 68% of Democrats are absolutely certain they're going to vote in the 2020 general election. These hypothetical matchups at this stage are fun to watch, but let's take them all with a grain of salt. There are a lot of politics between now and next November, and who knows who will even be on the ballot by then. But maybe this data can build momentum for the Democrats, because one thing from the Iowa results that's clear: enthusiasm isn't much better than 2016 when Democrats lost. Thanks for watching Hill TV on YouTube. Be sure to click subscribe and hit the bell so you know when we post new videos, and head to thehill.com for all the latest political news.